everyone, I hope you're keeping well. You're watching Bob's Bangers, home of all things rubbish. Today we're going to be playing some more Gran Turismo 4, one of my personal favourites, and we're going to be driving this. One of the greatest cars ever made, and I will have no arguments on this matter. The Clio V6. I cannot think of a car that is more mental. Maybe the original Renault 5 Turbo, but come on. Stuffing a V6 in the back of a Clio is brilliant. I don't actually know where we're going to go today. I don't know if we're going to do the Clio Cup or if we're going to jump in and do the NA Sports. Let's do NA Sports, why not? Let's progress the game a little bit more. Okay. So, yes, we're back to normal, 2 videos a week. Very happy to hear. I haven't actually ever driven this car in this game, so I have no idea if it's any good or not. This one's mildly tuned. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, let me just increase my boost pressure on my naturally aspirated car. Oh, wait, I can't. Come on, game, you don't need to tell me that. You don't need to hold my hand. But, yeah, I've never driven the Clio in this game. It could be brilliant or it could be rubbish. Why is there a Callaway C12 in it? We may need some more power. But I'm a man of discovery and danger, so let's see what happens. 121 point race. This may be a bit tricky. There's an M3! I never even saw that! Oh, we're screwed. Can the little French hot hatch keep up with what I consider to be the most perfect car ever made? The E46 M3. Today we find out. Oh, sounds good. I'm not too worried about the GTO. That was awful. Yeah, I mean, GTOs are cool. But I don't think you have the facilities, big man. Okay. Oh. Whoa! Okay. Doesn't mean you have to come back at me with a vengeance. We are keeping up a lot better than I thought we would. I'm going to jump into this view because I'll probably drive a little bit better. Dear, that aerial looks awful. Oh. Okay, this is a sad day for me, but do these rev to 7,500 RPM? I was under the impression they rev to like 6. Then again, have I got some tuning on this that I forgot about? I know I did something to it. What's it talking about 121 point race? This is easy. We're flying through the pack. This car is excellent. It'd also help if I drove a little bit better, but this Clio is wonderful to drive. It's a bit twitchy, but I'm not giving up. If I get a third place, then I get a third place. Oh, I'm so much better on the brakes than they are. Let's go! Come on, little Clio! One of the best cars I ever owned was a 1.2 60 valve Clio. That thing was indestructible. I loved it. It was such a brilliant little car. I've always wanted like a 182 or a 172. Like, just a sporty Clio. I'd even take a 1.4 16 valve, to be honest with you. Like, that was the only complaint with mine, is it took far too long to get up to motorway speeds, especially if you had other people in the car. But yeah, it just kept going. It was just a very, very sturdy little thing. We're in second place. Are we about to overtake the SN95 SVT? I believe we are. Let's go. Do you know, a car you'd never see in games is the Terminator Cobra SN95, which is a shame, because quite frankly that's the... Okay. I couldn't see where I needed to go for a second there. Okay, so what happens when I'm waffling and not paying attention. But yeah, I've always had a soft spot for SN95s. I know they're a bit crap, but the Terminator Cobra... The Terminator Cobra wasn't crap. It was brilliant. It was the SN95 that made Mustangs work. What made the SN95 Mustang work? Like that made more sense in my head than it did when it came out. But it was the SN95 Terminator Cobra that sort of made it a good car. That and the Mach 1, from my understanding. Like the Mach 1's pretty good. But yeah, I'd love one. I really would. I would take the 4.6 2-valve. I like them. I think they're a charming car. They've aged poorly. They look pretty rancid, but then again, a lot of stuff from the 90s did. I mean, realistically speaking, the early 90s stuff, that looked great, but towards the late 90s, nah. I mean, I'm under the unpopular opinion that the R34 Skyline is not the best looking car in the world, because I'm not 12 years old. It's not a bad looking car, but it definitely didn't look as elegant as the 32 or sort of as curvaceous as the 33, and I think that actually works against it. I think the R33 is a very good looking car. Okay. I've got to say, I'm shocked this Clio's doing as well as it is. What a car? What a car. It's weird to think that these things are like 50 to 80,000 pounds now. I mean, they were always expensive, like when I was growing up. I think the cheapest I ever saw one was 30 grand. And I thought to myself, yeah, that's reasonable for a V6. Sort of mid-engine, mini supercar. Would I pay 50 to 80 grand for a Clio? I mean, obviously this is coming from a man that does not have 50 to 80 grand and probably never will. Yes, I would. There's other cars I'd like to own before that, but if I had a spare like sort of 50, 60 grand laid about, I'd absolutely buy a Clio V6. Like, why wouldn't you? It's such a special car. Look at us go. I mean, that was over and done with quite quickly. I'm not really a big fan of Infineon Raceway, and the Clio made that very easy. The M3 should be a lot higher than that in my opinion, but okay, not bad. Not bad at all, and we get lots of money for this again. God, we might actually be going car shopping at the end of this, which would be nice. I don't. Hopefully my Gran Sport pops up, although I've probably missed it. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go check now. While I remember, I'm going to check for the Gran Sport. No, 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 no. Oh no, I think I've missed it. Oh, the Griffith's there though. Sugar. That's really, really upsetting me. It's the one car that I want. Eee. Ooh. I can't even afford it. I could buy the SVT Cobra. No. Yeah. I doubt there's going to be anything interesting in 1980s. Probably the usual crop of rubbish. And I'm correct. Oh well. Oh well. Let's see what else happens then. Apricot Hill. I like this track. I imagine this is probably the full layout. It's probably not going to be the short circuit when we're this far into the game, but you never know. You never know. I do know. 350Z Tamora, CLK 55, NSX, and what's that next to me? The SVT. I mean, the advantage I've got here is mid-engine, but that actually really didn't help on the launch. Oh wow, the AMG's not the fastest thing in the world, is it? Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I need to figure out how to install the texture pack that goes with this game. well, with the port of this game for the PCSX2 or whatever the fuck it's called. Because I understand that some of the texture mods also give the cars revised sounds. Ooh. Lovely. The Tomorrow's gonna be fast. Like that, it's a very light car with a lot of horsepower. I can hear the NSX. Bad line through there, Robert. NSX! Oh no. Is the NSX gonna be treating me like the Esprit was in the Turbo Cup? Come on. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I think I put too much steering input there. Oh, we may need some more power. But we kept up in the corners, so I'm going to see what happens. Gearing's quite good on this car. Come on. Oh, we've already caught up on loads. I've got some heat in the tyres as well. The car does seem to be gripping a little bit better. Come on! We are so close! Come on! Oh, he's just got the legs on the straights. If we had another 30 horsepower, we'd be there. I mean, the 350s, I don't know what's done to these cars. I don't know if they're stock or if they're modified. But I would have thought we would have been able to keep up the 350 better and the Tomorrow would be the car that's given us problems. But it's actually the other way around. Okay. I'm going to have to block like an absolute lunatic. Oh, the 350 is so slow in the corners. It's a car that I'd go in and out of loving, the 350Z. It's, I love the way they look. I think they look fantastic. And quite personally, I like the convertibles as well. I have nothing against the convertible 350Z. I just don't know if I could own one for more than a few months. It's not a car that, you know, I'd lust after. It's a car I'd quite like to play around with. Yeah, I'd like to do the whole turbo VQ thing. I think that could be a laugh. Come on. Stop making mistakes, Robert. Come on. Come on. I think we need more power. He's just walking me on the straights. Turn, Clio. Oh, yeah, we're not winning this. Unless I go for an absolute cheese of a move. Come on. I think we're taking P2 here, guys. Where did the Tomorrow come from? That was awful. Yeah, that's P3. No! Just after I was saying how good the Clio was, it let me down. Oh well. Oh well. You can't win them all. But at least we get some cash. Yeah, that sucked. That really sucked. Okay. Here's me trying to be clever and using a what's it called? You know, an unusual car for a race. And what happens? It buries me. Alright, let's see what's next. Well, I'll tell you exactly what's next. Upgrade and go again. France. mean, that's really not worth the money. That is. That is very much worth the money. Did I put a weight reduction on this? I did. Let's take some more out. Why does it take so long? All you gotta do is, it's not like you're changing the car, like, visually. We'll put in a better clutch. And maybe a semi-racing flywheel for good measure. Is the car overbuilt? Probably. Do I care? Not even a little bit. Let's go. Let us go. Lettuce. Okay. Back to Apricot Hill. Hopefully, we should just be able to rinse him off the line now. You watch, it'll go from like a 120 point race down to like a 4-point race. With not a lot of work. There's a CSL. 87. That's more realistic. So, CSL, GTO, Camaro. That's a T350C. And the SVT Mustang. Yeah. Okay. That's a bit more accelerative, isn't it? That's quite quick. Oh god, what's going on here? Yeah, that's fast. Wow. This may just become this may have just become my new go-to mid-engine car. This feels as quick as the NSX, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Then again, there's a lot more scope to upgrade the NSX as well, so... Let's go! It's quite amusing actually, both my mid-engine cars, well not all of them, I've got a Esprit and a... what's it called? MRS, but yeah, both my main mid-engine cars now are V6. Let's go. Let's go! Wonderful. No, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Idiot. Ooh. Yes. Ooh. Bit of understeer. Okay. Let's go. Sweet. Once again, beating one of my all-time favourite cars. I love the E46 M3. It's just a car that I want with every single fibre of my being. Okay, we've got 6-speed in this thing as well. That's really cool. But yeah, I wouldn't care if it was a CSL. I wouldn't care if it was well, it has to be a coupe. It has to be a manual. Or a coupe, sorry. But yeah. So, as long as it meets those two criterias, and it's not rotten, yeah, it's on the to own list. An E46 M3 is definitely on my sort of attainable dream car list, and I hope to own one in the coming years. I have to have that engine. It's just so sonorous. It makes the greatest amount of induction noise. I mean, normally I'm a V8 guy. Like 9 times out of 10, you ask me what engine I want in the car, it's going to have 8 cylinders, probably LS. But I don't know, there's just something very, very special about the 46 M3 and the 36 even. To be fair, I really like a 36. I think the perfect 2-car garage would be a 36 saloon, 3 litre, or even at a 3.2. Either or, not fussed. For like a daily, and a 46 M3 manual for the weekend. I cannot think of another car collection that I'd be happier with. Maybe a 205 GTI in there as well, but I just like a lot of cars. We are leaving them. It has to be said. Yes, I don't think there's a single car in this lobby that I dislike thinking about it. I love the GTO. I love the Camaro. I really like the the SVT Mustang. I really like T350C. But I'm under the firm impression that naturally aspirated engines are more special than turbocharged ones. And don't get me wrong, I like having a turbocharger that makes all the good noises, and, you know, spools up and has that big sort of dramatic pull. That's exciting, man. Like you can't, in terms of drama, turbochargers are so much better. But I just like the engineering that goes into a well-tuned naturally aspirated engine. Like the old Hakoska, is it the S30? Was that what the engine was called? The 2 litre straight six and that back in the 1960, 1970, it revved to 7,000 plus RPM, and it had Weber carbs, or I believe they're Webers, triple Webers. They could be SVUs actually. All I know is they were carburetted and they made an incredible amount of noise. And it's just such a cool bit of engineering for the time. Especially at the time, you know, when everything was single cam and, you know, overhead valve. Yeah, it was a very special engine for the time. There's been tons of engines like that over the years. Like the V8 and the F355. That you're gonna struggle to convince me otherwise that is the greatest sounding engine of all time. Because it's just perfect. The way it howls to the red line. You know, 8 cylinders, flat plane crank, but it's such a beautiful exhaust note. It doesn't sound flat like a lot of other flat plane crank sort of V8 Ferraris. It doesn't have that sort of Honda noise, if you will. But it's such a beautiful engine. But no, there'll always be the people going, oh, but just slap a turbo on it, it'd be better. Just like, shut up. Just shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Not everything needs a turbocharger, or a supercharger for that matter. Why is there a Zonda in here? Isn't that a bit of a jump in difficulty? There's a Cerberus and a Gran Sport. The Gran Sport's taking the mick. Oh no. Okay, that is a problem. Right, I'm going to go into serious mode here because I've got some driving to do to keep up with these. I know I can beat the CSL. This is a real problem, guys. Where did that difficulty spike come from? What is going on? That is unacceptable. You can't just throw a Zonda in here at random. But I like a challenge. Okay, this has become a lot more interesting. That Gran Sport is wicked. How can you say that C4 Corvettes are rubbish after looking at that thing? Look at it! What a car! Let's go! Okay, we've got past the Zonda. Which is probably something that would never happen in real life, but... Okay, the Corvette and the Zonda have come back past me. Let's go, come on. Let's go. I'm getting caught in traffic here. Let's let the 350 and the Cerberus get away. Let's go. Come on! I do not want to have to spend more money on this Clio. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Maybe I should have invested in the Griffith, to be fair. Oh. We are so much better on the brakes. It's a Speed 6 Cerberus as well. I mean, I personally like the AJP V8 ones more. I think it's just such a baffling engine, but... Right, let's go. That was a horrendous lap in terms of driving skill. A very good lap in terms of making places, though. Oh, the 350 hasn't got that much more than me, looking at it. You certainly haven't got the braking skills. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on! This is a race. Let's go! Whoa. That was awful on my behalf. I thought I was being clever, but I didn't get down enough gears. Okay, let's go! Yes! Awesome! Wonderful stuff. Oh, stop looking behind you on corners, you absolute moron! There he is. Little love tap. Just a little smooch from the 350Z. The Cerber is coming back with a vengeance. No, I'm going to ignore the gear change thing because I think leaving it in third is going to be quicker here. Beautiful. Okay. Love the flame spitting exhaust. And it's amazing how a game from, what is this, 2004, 2005, whenever this came out, manages to get all the flames to come out of the correct spots in the exhaust. Forza doesn't do that. Like the amount of times I've changed exhaust on cars on like Horizon games, and the flames are still coming out in like the wrong place is unbelievable. Or change bumpers, sorry, which can sometimes move the exhaust. But the Forza rant, yeah, that's coming. Because like I said in my Kaido racing video, I've got some things to say. I may draft in a good friend of mine to see if he's willing to do a bit of a Discord call. Me and him could have a discussion. But here we go. Cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got a lead now. Turn her in. Good stuff. Okay. I've got some breathing room now. This is excellent. This car is excellent. It's just one of the best cars in Gran Turismo so far. Like the handling's superb. I don't know if it's just my bad drive. I don't know. I know for a fact it's my bad driving that's let me down when it comes to braking performance. Because my guess is I'm turning and braking, and that's what's causing the car to be unsettled. I'm not braking in a straight line, like before the corner, like it should be. Ooh. Can't even see them. Okay. Good stuff. If I was clever, I would have had Motorsport 8 playing in the background with all the assists on, so I could get to car level 50 on something while I'm doing these recordings today. The fact that I even have to say that shows how long it takes to get the cars where they should be. Just give me upgrades, man. Just let me upgrade the car to my heart's consent. Like, that's the beauty of Forza. You know, if I wanted to play a game where I couldn't upgrade cars, it was just easy to get the fastest car, play Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. But once again, that will come in a later video. What I'm thinking about doing is just playing something like Midnight Club 3 in the background, or perhaps just doing some hot laps, maybe even just drifting around in that RX-7 or Gran Turismo 4. We'll see how I feel. Or I could load up. I tell you what I'll do. I'll load up my other save file on the other memory card, which just has basically infinite money. On Gran Turismo, we'll just buy a load of cars and do stuff like that. Excuse me. Goodness me, I've yawned like nothing else today. Yes, give me the money. Give me the money. Beautiful. We should be up to about 50k by the end of this. Well, over, because I think I've got 2 races left. Oh, I apologise, this one's going to be a longer one again, guys. Special stage Route 5. Okay, this should be fast enough. Let's see what happens. Mustang Zonda. It's basically the same car roster as last time. I do love this track. That Zonda is such rubbish. Oh, the M3's in a good colour as well. Okay, come on. Come on. 8,000 RPM in the Clio's very special. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Good stuff. Well done us. I can see the Zonda being quite dangerous here, to be honest, because let's be honest. Let's look at the facts here. That is a V12 lightweight supercar, and it's currently being beaten by a Mustang. Let's be honest here as well. I mean, if this was realistic, which it definitely isn't, the Zonda would have left us all for dead. What a car! What a thing, though. I love the Zonda. So it's one of the, that's an unobtainable dream car. as hard as it is to come to terms with that, that is a car that I would never ever get to own. Maybe even drive. And that's okay. I can enjoy it from afar. I'd love to see one. I don't think I've ever seen a Pagani product in real life. I'd love to just be able to stand next to one. Let's go! Oh, we're flying. Absolutely flying, guys. But luckily the races are short enough. Like, this car's awesome. Yeah, I think this is actually more fun to drive than the NSX. And that's a hard thing to say as an NSX fanboy. But yeah, the Clio's better, man. Like, it's just a cooler car. Oh, the Zonda's playing catch up now. I should really just turn the traction control off for one of these races and just drift this thing around. I think that'd be a fun thing to do. I still have the RX-7 drift car as well to play around with. Or sell. Well, I'll probably play around with it and then sell it. Because I've already got a very fast rotary car. And it shoots massive flames and it handles great and I love it. It's, you know, why do I need a drift car? Then again, the drift car might be very fast. You never know. I've never used it in the game. It'd be interesting to drive it actually. We might do the Rotary Cup in the next video then. Look at that. This thing's wicked. This track is wicked. I don't know. I don't get everyone that complains about Special Stage. I think it's a really fun track. It's beautiful as well, when you like relative to the age of the game, of course. But yeah, anyone that moans about this track's an idiot. Ooh. Bit of a lift off oversteer. Man, this is so good. Miles ahead. I'm gonna have to make a pretty stout mistake here for me to lose this race. Either that or the Zonda's gonna find another gear somewhere. Lovely. This car just pulls so hard. Way. Well, I've gone quiet. Sorry, guys. I was just... I was concentrating so hard there. What was going on? I hate that. I hate the way my brain works sometimes. Yeah, okay. My apologies, guys. Oh, this is taking all of my energy today. 51. We should be. We should be on something like 57, 58 grand by the time we finish this. That's gonna be stout. Okay, last one, and then I can take a break. I just finished recording Kaido Race, and I thought I was recording for longer than I was. That's a short video that I'm used to making, but that's probably going to be much to a benefit to you guys, especially after considering this one's going to be like an hour long. Right, there's a Callaway. It's a C5 Corvette this time. What is that? What is that? I hate it. I want it, but I hate it. Oh, is that the Korean V8 thing? Wow, considering what we had in the previous couple of championships, this seems pretty weak. That's an S4. Hasn't even got an RS badge on it. I do like an S4 though. Still the bargain of the century when you think about it. Like 5 grand for a 4.2 litre 300 horsepower V8 German muscle car. I'm sorry, it's a muscle car. It really is. Like, it's a big bruiser of a thing. And it makes the same power as like a good, like a stock LS1. With less displacement, admittedly with 4 cams, but with less displacement. So, I still think the LS is the greatest engine ever made. Because they make lots of power very reliably, but you can't deny the fact that the Germans can make a good muscle car too. I mean, the C63, like the old naturally aspirated one, the E55, the supercharged CLS, would that be? I guess that would have been the CLS 55. Thinking about it, or the naturally aspirated CLS 63 as well, or the bi-turbo CLS. Yeah, come on, like they're just big bruiser muscle cars. They're not American muscle cars, and they never will be because I'm in Germany. But oh goodness me! Whoa, what am I doing? That was awful. Sorry guys. But yeah, no, the S4's a cool car. I want one. I really want one. I really, really want an RS4. Way! I love doing that. I love ramping off the hill on the trial mountain. Like, I'm fairly sure it's illegal not to ramp off the hill. I can't believe, what did they do to this track on oh, what am I doing? After all that, I'm still in the lead. But I can't believe what they did to this track on Gran Turismo 7. They ruined it. There's nothing wrong with keeping something the same. Like, it's one of the tracks that defines the game. Like, just keep it as it is. Stop pretending that it's something that it's not. There's the monkey. Yeah, I don't know. I've had some time to let Gran Turismo 7 simmer. I enjoyed it. It was a fun game. The physics were great in my opinion. But the campaign was lackluster. The car list was horrendously outdated. Not enough cars as well in my opinion. Because when you think about it, there was only really sort of 250 cars in the game, and the rest were all like race and rally models based on that same car. And I like the concept, but there should have been more cars. I think Forza needs to learn from this, like with how outdated some of the cars are in that game. Just make your own version of like a Focus touring car, or make your own version of a NASCAR. It doesn't have to be licensed. Like you can make like a generic NASCAR looking body and let us sticker it up and paint it up how we want to. You just need to put the engine stuff in it. Like, I think it'd be a cool idea to have it so we, like, especially in these games, you have like a bare bones car, like a chassis and suspension and stuff like that, and you get to choose what engine you put in it. And like, there's different homologation classes for it, so like you can have like a 80s style NASCAR body, but you can like have a 4-cylinder for like a junior NASCAR championship, or like you can have is it an IMSA, ISMA? I don't know, the like the 80s sports car championship with like the mad looking RX-7s and like Mercuries and stuff like that. Like have like a generic body style for that and let us choose what engines go in, because I think that would make for some interesting racing. It would make for some really interesting car builds. Like just a generic shell version 1, like, you know what I mean? I'm sure some people probably agree with me on this as well. I'd like to know what you think about that. That would be your thing to leave in the comments. What do you think about that idea? With having games like Forza and Gran Turismo giving us like a generic shell that we get to modify with whatever engines they have in the game and stuff like that. I'd like to know your opinion. This race has gone past quite quickly. That's what happens when you're waffling. Deja vu! That was awesome! Oh man, what a track. What a game. Just what a game. This game never gets boring. Alright. Well, do we ramp it off? Yeah, of course we do. As if it was even... I missed! I actually took it fairly decently. I probably should have gone wider on the exit. Okay. Well, that was the NA Cup. Another one ticked off my list. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Can I get my Grand Sport now? Oh, that's all I want. All I want is my Corvette. What do I get from this? Cool. I'm not going to moan about that. That's a wicked bit of kit. Okay. Quick check for my Corvette. Oh, the lineup's changed. SIR, Camaro. There's a Camaro. It's a Speed 6 Cerberus. It's looking promising, guys. It's an S4, to be fair. Ooh. It's not in there. I don't think I'm getting my Grand Sport. That's the problem. That is a real problem because it's the only car that I want. Oh, that's so bad. I bet I've missed it. I'm not a happy. What was that? What was that colour? It was a Sylvia. Do you know what? I don't know how much they cost. We're buying it. We are just going to buy the Z06. Let's go yellow. And that is where that's where we're going to leave the video today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate you guys being very patient with me. And yeah, do like, comment, and subscribe. I shall see you in the next one.